Hey, what's up everyone? See, normally I go for, especially during my intros, the upbeat, fun, positive, happy guy type vibe, but I like to show you guys my range. Here's my range. Today I'm going for a more cool guy vibe. In fact, the hat takes away from that, I think. So I started with the hat on, that's enough, one piece, but I'm going to go for a more cool, relaxed, chill guy, because sometimes I feel like I need people on my channel, and I've gone, you know, I've gone to a certain audience. Some people, they might be wanting to follow cool people. So today, I'm cool, baby. So today, we're watching One Piece, episode 660, 661, 662, and 663. So 4 episodes today. I need to not get too excited. I need to calm down. I remember last video we were looking into the backstory of Dressrosa. It was pretty fun. It was pretty cool. I liked it so far. I think we're still in it. It admittedly has been quite a while since I recorded the previous video, so I can't 100% remember it, but I think I'm pretty sure we are like what I assume to be like 2/3 of the way through the backstory. So we're gonna jump back into it. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking the video, commenting down below, subscribing to the channel. I mean, you gotta do it for a cool guy like me, don't you? And also, you can go to my Patreon account if you want the full-length reaction, as well as early access and exclusive videos. Early access, that's the next 20 or so episodes of One Piece on my Patreon account right now. You can also join my YouTube membership down below to get 1 week early on edited videos. But anyway, guys, let's jump into this video. This is episode 660 of One Piece. Okay, recap Rubik's. If you're new to this channel, this is the recap Rubik's Cube. It is a cube that I do while the recap is going on, and my goal is to beat the recap, to solve the cube before the recap is over. And that's the cube complete. Ta-da! Okay, this episode is going to be called The Fall of King Riku. Maybe The Fall of King Riku and The Rise of Doflamingo. That's what the title is going to be. Who's this woman? Oh, right. So then this is... Oh, was this Rebecca's mother? Wait. No. No, it can't be. Because it was the son. The son that married... Okay. Yeah, this is a different woman. Oh, Monet! Hello, baby! I mean, this is bad news, but I'm glad to see her again. Oh! It's Violet! Right! So, did we know Violet was Riku's daughter? Look at Baby 5! Oh. Okay, that girl was still around. And doesn't look any different. I mean, I actually think this is kind of a cool crew now. I wasn't impressed with Doflamingo's crew originally, but seeing them all together is kind of cool. I still don't like the art fruit lady. KOALA or whatever. No. Oh. That's so depressing. Oh, look at that little doll. Man, it sucks that it's a government that people liked. It's so hard to have a government that the people are proud of, but they were. Oh. It's pretty horrifying for them, like, that this came out of nowhere. They love him so much, and then he just robs and slaughters everyone. Oh. And here's Doflamingo's crew to come in and save the day. Man, that fucking dude. He starts with an evil laugh. I mean, we know from experience that a town can come to love pirates. Oh my god. Oh! Little bit of cool animation there. Oh! But he didn't kill him because we see King Riku in the present. Oh, it's so sad that he made people cheer for their own king's death. Their king that they loved so much, he manipulated them to cheer for his death. So fucked up. Oh, we're back to this. Nice. Robin's just like, credit where it's due. That's very smart. He is still alive. Mm-hmm. Oh, really? Wow. Well, he should have expected that she'd betray him eventually then. Well, that's not a shock. That's not a surprise. But it was a surprise a second ago. Yeah. It's so horrible. I don't know how much choice they had. Uh-huh. Yep, that's what I've been thinking about this. And so why? There's something funny about a slink dog being like, get away from my wife. Okay, well, it seems like we got a decent, like, army. You got all of you. You got some toys, you got some guards. I mean, we probably gotta. Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense. Oh my god, Robin with an expression like that. That's so new. I don't think she's ever had an expression like that in this whole show. Shit, man. Okay, cool. Okay, pretty decent episode. Let's check the name. The name of the episode was A Nightmare, The Tragic Night of Dressrosa. Very cool. There's, I mean, I don't know how much new information we got this episode. Just like, you know, just little bits and pieces. The main big thing that we got was the Violet thing, which is very cool. I mean, the very first second that they showed Violet or Viola, I was like, I immediately looked at her and I was like, they're focusing on this girl, which means she must be important. And I was trying to figure out, okay, how is she important? And then I was like, oh, she's the daughter of King Riku. Okay, so like, what's happening to her? And then I was like, oh, well, she must be Rebecca's mother. But then I went, no, that can't be the case, because Rebecca's father was the one related to King Riku, which is Toy Soldier. So, and then, you know, and then married a woman, presumably didn't marry his sister. So, so she's a different woman. And then I was like, okay, so who is she? And then it took until Monet said, you know, you should use your power on me, or why didn't you use your power on me, or something like that, to see through me. Then, like, when that happened, I went, oh shit, okay, Violet, it's Violet. And so that changes things, because, like, I can see now why Violet would betray Doflamingo, but I also, like, now I'm kind of shocked that Doflamingo even gave her that much trust and power, because, like, a lot of his plan hinged on her power, and yet, like, he didn't think that she would turn against him, because, like, dude, you fucked over her people and her country and everything, and used her as a hostage. And now, obviously, he probably thought, well, I've got her under my thumb, because, like, if she betrays me, then I will kill King Riku. But I think there's a couple of problems with that. One, King Riku right now is like a really old man. So it's like, his life, sadly enough, like, gets less and less valuable as years go on. So it's like, if you kill him now, you might be taking away a year and a half of his life. Like, it's not quite as big. But then two, and this is a real one, you don't have King Riku, like, locked up or anything. I'm actually surprised King Riku is, like, out and about and free. I would have thought you would have taken King Riku, locked him in a dungeon, and then you can really have her under your thumb, saying, like, hey, if you at any point I see any sort of dissidence, if I see any rebelling or anything, I'll just instantly kill him, you know? But yeah, I don't know. I wonder also if it's possible that, given enough time and preparation, Doflamingo could have, like, a... like, this seems like something that could be in One Piece. He, like... If someone is completely still and he's able to, like, restrain someone, he can put a string, like, up their nose or something that goes all the way down to their heart and, like, wraps around their heart completely. And then it's a very, very thin string that you can barely even feel, that goes all the way to Doflamingo at any time. And it will get, like, looser or tighten as need be. Like, if they go further away, it's not gonna, like, hold them back. It's still gonna, like, it's gonna give them the leeway that they need. But at any point, if he wants to, if, like, he feels that someone's betraying him, he can go dink and pull the heart and just, like, break the heart, essentially, like, just kill him instantly. I could see that being, like, a really wild, like, application of his power that One Piece did at some point. Even though it's kind of crazy, the idea that there's always a string that, like, connecting those two. But I don't feel like it's any less ridiculous than some of the stuff that happens in this show. I mean, a man turned into a jacket, you know? But yeah, so that's kind of surprising to me that Violet was given such freedom, it feels like, within Doflamingo's family, and also given that much trust. But maybe he really thought that over time she just came to like being a part of his family, maybe. I don't know. And I mean, they did say he really liked her ability, like, and her ability is so useful. So, so I guess that's the big thing. Like, he's kind of purposefully seeing past her, the possible flaws in his plan, because he really wants to keep access to that ability. And so he's giving her more than he probably should for that. But yeah, I mean, it's really sad that, like, his plan was good enough that he made an entire city of people who loved this man watch him die on TV and go, yay, you know, like, without even, like, it's one thing to do that, like, in ReZero right now, there's there's a character that can sort of like control, like make people's emotions go wild or whatever. And she'd be able to, with her power, make people cheer for the death of someone you love, right? But that's using a superpower or whatever. Doflamingo just did it through pure like manipulation of their emotions without using, I mean, he still used his power to do it, but it was like indirectly. So he actually like made them organically within their own bodies feel happiness and relief from the death of someone that they loved. It's really, really depressing. That's like utterly depressing. So yeah, really cool backstory. I feel like it's done now. We've actually seen the full backstory now, and it came together very nicely, so I liked it. So yeah, let's move on to the next episode. This is episode 661 of One Piece. Here we go. Okay, recap Rubik's. Here we go. That's the cube complete. Wow, I finished that one quickly. I'm proud of that one. Okay, oh, I saw another versus, and I saw a picture of Doflamingo, so a great fight. Doflamingo versus Law, I imagine. That's what he was facing. I wish I didn't see the verses. I'm glad you're actually seeing them. That's very good. Oh, hey Bellamy. Oh, right. Shit, man. Here we fucking go. Maybe? So maybe the title said Bellamy versus Luffy. He was so nice to you. You're gonna go back on your word? He did. I mean, he left. He's telling him the whole story. What? Who this? Dellinger? Oh, this. Yeah, this person. I remember liking the design. They're very androgynous. I can't tell their gender. Oh God. Uh-oh. Oh! I think they're a male, but I'm not sure. Very cool though. I like the design a lot. Oh, we're back to this fight. Hell yeah. Oh my God, it's pretty fucking insane. Ooh. Oh. Nice. Clever. You had debris behind the debris. Oh. You kind of outmatched Law. Although you got a good scratch. Oh, you're out of energy? Shit! Oh, that's a good move. Wow, Doflamingo was quick to stop that. It does, he's hitting his limit now. I don't think you can do anymore. Jeez. This is bad news. Doflamingo is a good villain. He's really good. Intimidating, great voice, great design. Fun power. Okay. Anime. I get it. It's ringing. Oh, he went for it. That's I admire Law for trying that. He's like, yeah, don't worry. I think I figured it out. Yeah, shit. I kind of like that character gimmick that he always has to flatter him. And I like that Doflamingo just does it. Like, he doesn't seem to be pissed off that he has to do that every time. That's exactly how his plan goes. Yeah, Straw Hats are kind of fucking up right now. Ooh. Oh. What? Look at the drawings right now. They're putting a lot of detail into these illustrations. Oh no! Come on! I forgot about Bastille being here. I forgot Bastille existed entirely. That's true. You might start a fucking war. Oh. I guess that's a pretty good plan. Oh, but they're not coming out. Oh, right. Their memories of them are being erased, right? Because they're being turned into toys. Oh, fuck. Are we doing a group call? This is awesome! We do a little group call! We still end. Good. They're so obedient. You have to help the army. Because of the people in there. Blow it up. Yeah. These people will be still fucked. Yeah. I like that Frankie's speaking up about this. You can't just leave them behind. Yeah. Oh. No matter what you say. Huh. Hell yeah. Oh. Oh my god. Oh. Jesus. Holy shit. This is horrifying. Oh my god. That was law. Or just smashed into the ground. And here's Doflamingo. Oh shit! This is so cool! Oh fuck, man. Oh, he's pissed. Oh my god! Oh my god! Holy shit! Oh my god! Holy shit! Fuck. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, hang on. So. Oh my god. I mean, he shot him several times. That felt like. Oh my god. Like, that's the sort of thing sometimes the writer will be doing that to show, like, look, this character's actually dead. Like, for you to shoot them several times, that's like a signifier often to the audience that we're like, we're trying to kill this character. Because when a character gets shot, like, it's very common that, like, a character gets shot and the audience in their heads is like, okay, but they're fine, you know? But then if it's like bang, 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 it's like signifying to the audience, like, look, this is fatal. But, like, I'm not saying that Law's definitely dead, but fucking, it looks like he might be, you know? Oh my god. That was a crazy ending to that episode. That was really, really crazy. I loved that. That, like, I mean, I hated that because I hate seeing Law being shot, and I'm really scared because I think, I don't know what I think. I think it would make sense if Law died, which is really sad to say, but I think it works for the story if he does. Because, like, we've seen so much of him and he's so cool. Like, it would be an effective... I mean, hey guys, let's put on Gent's Law. Does it pass Gent's Law? If you don't know, this is a law. This is a law that I came up with. And named Gent's Law just because I didn't know if this concept had been, like, written, like, named anywhere. But I'd always felt this way about character deaths. So I wanted to, you know, have it be written down. And so I wrote this. And if you've been on this channel for a while, you've seen this a couple times pop up. But basically, the impact of a character's death must be greater than said character's accumulated value if they were to remain alive for the rest of the series. So, Law dying now, does it work with Gent's Law? Because, like, does the impact of the death here, is that more than if he stayed alive? I think it is. Because we've had a lot of Law, right? That's the thing. It's like we're at the point in the show where it's like we've almost had, like, not too much Law. He's an incredible character. We kind of too much. But, like, we've had so much of him that it's like, you know, if he dies now, we're not really losing out on, like, his potential, because it feels like this character has, we've seen, like, he's got a very strong power and we've seen a lot of the applications for it. And it's almost like Punk Hazard was a good excuse for Oda to be able to go all out in being able to explore Law and how his power works and do fun things with it, like the body switching and taking out the hearts and all of that, you know? So he got to really explore Law as a character. And then and the thing is, his power is also so powerful that killing him at this point would be like beneficial to the series in a way, because you then Oda doesn't have to worry about, like, well, Law could solve this problem if he just does blah blah blah. And also it gives good reason that the Alliance still doesn't happen, you know, because, like, the Alliance is a really cool development, but, like, frankly, if we're thinking about it, you know, we're probably not going to have the Alliance the entire rest of the show, because, like, the Alliance is, or at least for a long time, because the Alliance is supposed to be until we take down Kaido, right? And, like, I don't know, like, are we going to stick with them all that time? That's a long time to be with these same characters, I feel like. All the way until we face Kaido. I guess I'm using kind of meta knowledge there because I'm pretty sure we don't face Kaido for quite a while in the show. Because I think I know like around what episodes Kaido is a factor. But yeah, like I feel like we're not sticking with Law for that long, so it's like from Oda's perspective, it'd be a good time to cut him off because we've seen most of what he has to offer. The power, he doesn't have to worry about riding it anymore, and Law, and the Law Alliance thing can be severed then, and there's the whole plan thing that Frankie disagrees with. That if Law's gone, we don't have to follow his plan. Shit, man. I think he might be dead, or at least I think he might die within the next 20 episodes or whatever. Wow, Jesus, man. I wasn't guessing that up until now. I didn't think that was possible. Also, I guess one of my points though, I will take one of those points away in that I said, well, his power, blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, Oda has now established that powers respawn. Like, that fruit will appear somewhere else in the world. So yeah, it's kind of wild, but we might see that power appear again. Or they might be hunting for it, like some out there might be hunting for it. I bet like it feels like something that like the Marines would do. Like if they accidentally kill a pirate in the line of duty, then it's like, well, they're gonna quickly try to hunt down that fruit and take it back, take it in and then give it to one of their higher ranking Marines. And I mean, especially with the op fruit, which is like really good for doctors and shit. Like that's a really powerful fruit. Not only great for fighting, but you can use it practically to help with your armies, like that, it would be amazing. Oh boy. There was other stuff I wanted to talk about in the episode. Let me see, because I had quite a lot of notes in this episode. So here's what I wanted to talk about, and this I was like, I had this in my head for a long time. I mean, like for the whole end of the episode, until that Doflamingo stuff started to happen, where I was like, oh wait, hang on, holy shit, and I started to get clouded. But I was really keen to discuss this, which is the idea that in this episode, Frankie gets on the group Skype chat that they have. Why did I say Skype chat? Zoom call. That's more modern. Skype sucks now. Got on the Zoom call with everyone and said, hey, look, this is the situation. And then he said, I don't agree with Law's plan, which is, fine. That's a great thing to speak up about. But then he said, like, something along the lines of, like, no matter what you say, I'm not doing it, like I'm not doing this plan. And Luffy heard the passion in that and agrees with him and says go for it, and that's great. Now let's just take a hypothetical situation. What if Luffy doesn't agree with it? Like, what if Luffy says, well, no, I made a promise to Law that we would do the plan the way that he said we'd do the plan, so like, no, we're doing it Law's way. If this happens, like, we hit another Usopp versus Luffy situation, right? Because we've gone over this, which is like, Zoro is very hard line on like, listen to the fucking captain, and if the captain says something, that's what we do. And if we are like denying the orders of the captain, we're gonna fall apart as a crew. Like if we think his word can be like malleable, and if we can just like threaten to leave or do whatever every time that we disagree with his orders. So the thing is, I don't think any of the characters are going to think about that right now necessarily, because that speech that Frankie gave, even though he's saying that, you know, I won't do it no matter what. Like, that's just him speaking passionately, you know, like that doesn't amount to real action necessarily. What Usopp did back in Water 7 was action. He actually, I mean, they had a major argument. He directly went against Luffy's wishes multiple times, and then he dueled Luffy and then lost the duel. Like, all of that stuff is what made Zoro say what he was going to say. So I'm not in any way saying what Frankie said here is the same thing, because this is like a very, very minor thing, a very minor scratch, while Usopp like demolished it with a hammer, you know. But it is interesting to think about, isn't it? Like, is there, because also like that back then, Frankie was kind of on Usopp's side-ish, you know, like Frankie helped Usopp out and helped him get out of that. So Frankie wasn't there for the situation where it's like, hey, we don't go against the captain no matter what. Like, he wasn't there for that conversation. I wonder if there is anything, and I don't think this would ever happen in the show, because we've already gone over this territory. It would almost be double dipping in the same story arc. Like, if you did Usopp's story arc again just with Frankie, it wouldn't hit as hard, I don't think, because like we've already done that, you know. Unless they added some sort of new spin to a new wrinkle, it probably wouldn't be very effective. But like, let's just say hypothetically, as fans, you know, is there like could that happen to Frankie? I mean, it could happen in the exact same way. If they wanted to abandon the Sunny, would Frankie do exactly what Usopp would have done? It's possible, because the Sunny means so much to Frankie. We know that. It's his pride and joy. He loves the Sunny. But at the same time, he's also like a shipwright who, like, it's a different thing, you know? Usopp wasn't a shipwright. Frankie is. Frankie knows what the ships are meant to do, what they're able to take, what's supposed to happen. So I feel like you could say, well, with Frankie's character, if the Sunny was at the point where it could no longer go on, Frankie would know, and he'd understand as its creator, he'd get it, you know? But, like, it's also possible that he would have a very emotional reaction to it and maybe would be too frustrated. Like, or maybe, what if it was a situation, not like the Mary, because the Mary, it was like, this ship is doomed, right? And there's nothing we can do. The ship is going to not survive out there. What if it's a situation where it's like, the fucking Sunny, it's 1,000 Sunny, could survive, but it's very unlikely, and it puts all of us in danger, and we definitely have another ship ready that we could use, and it will get us to the place, like, with a 99% guarantee. But the Sunny has a 5% chance at making it. Like, what would everyone's thoughts on the situation be then? And would that be what Frankie would go, like, you can't abandon the Sunny, you know? Because it's like, as a shipwright, I know it's a low chance, but I believe in the Sunny. But then, you know, if there was that 5% chance, I think Luffy would follow what Frankie feels and would say, okay, we're sticking with the Sunny. Like, I think he would do that. So, I don't know. Anyway, I think it's an interesting thought experiment, like a fun thing to think about with, like, what do you think the crew would do in that situation? But I just found it interesting that we specifically, because I was, like, listening to the speech and I was like, this is great, he's speaking up about it. And then he used the phrase, like, I don't care, like, no matter what you say, I'll do this. And I went, whoa, no matter what you say, he's the captain you're speaking to right now, and you're saying I will defy orders. But yeah, anyway, it was still a great scene. Really good. There was also the line that, like, oh, okay, hang on. And now that I've written this note, I need to go back. Because there was that line from Law, and I think this is what set Doflamingo off, right? He said something about hang on. D, like, causing a storm or something? Yeah, so I found it. So, the scene is, But if you didn't trust them, you couldn't plan something like that. And then he said, how can... Okay, thank you, Crunchyroll, so much. I really appreciate your fucking... you halfway through me looking into that, you screwed up. Yeah, so he says, like, how can you trust Straw Hat so much? To which Law says, because I know the D will blow up a storm again. Now, if we take out the sexual innuendo of that, like, you can easily be like, oh, the D, haha, whatever. But we're talking serious right now, okay? One Piece, whatever. He says this, and this is what pisses Doflamingo off. I genuinely, like, when that final scene was happening, I thought that we hadn't seen what Law said, because it had been half an episode at that point, and I had forgotten what Law said, but luckily I wrote it down in my notes. See? My notes are fucking useful, guys. So I wrote it down in my notes, and so yeah, my initial thoughts are obviously, like, by D he means the Monkey D Luffy, right? I imagine. I assume. And my first thought is, he's saying, like, we'll blow up a storm again. Like, that phrasing, it's such a weird phrasing, right? It feels a little unnatural, you know, in English. Like, because I know the D will blow up a storm again. It's not really... It's not a phrase, and it's not really how people speak. And often when there's kind of a clumsy line in there, I think it's generally because the translator is trying to keep the authenticity of the line in place, because something about the wording of that line is important, you know? Like, otherwise, I feel like a good localizer would change this line to, because I know very well the destruction of D, or something, you know, like something like that. Or I know that, yeah, like, you know, you can the translator could spend 15 minutes workshopping it and come up with a line that sort of sounds natural, but also conveys this message. Because, like, it's very important. Subtitling is not about taking the line and translating it into English, and that's it, you know? It is about making it as seamless as possible for a viewer to be able to understand what the person is trying to convey. Even if you lose accuracy, you have to keep the feeling of the scene, and you have to keep the, like, important information, you know, the main points of information. And you have to keep it fluent. Like, you have to make sure it flows smoothly. So my thought is that this line feels like it doesn't flow smoothly, and I feel like, as much as everyone shits on them, translators of official subtitles are very good at their jobs. Genuinely, I truly think they are excellent at their jobs, and I think a lot of people give them a lot of shit because of small mistakes they make or little things that they disagree with the localization of. I think they're extremely good at their jobs. So my thought is that this line is being kept intact either because the wording of the line has a particular meaning, or because the translator doesn't know if it has a particular meaning and is keeping it that way just in case. I think the D will blow up a storm again could refer to, like, it's like a literal storm, because it might be like dragon, right? Because we know, like, dragon is a D, right? He's like monkey D dragon, right? So I think it's possible he's referring to dragon there. It's a long way to say that I think he might be talking about dragon. I don't know. I would say, I feel like, I don't know, I guess you guys can tell me, but I feel like I'm kind of not great at the meta lore of One Piece. I think giving credit to myself, I think I'm pretty good with the character motivations of the localized characters. Like the characters that we know, that we follow a lot, I feel like I'm good at the character motivations of that. I think I'm alright at following the basic story of One Piece. When it gets more granular, the more we zoom out, the worse I kind of am at it, because there's so much information, and you know, sometimes I miss stuff, or I, you know, misinterpret things or whatever. And a lot of the time it's because, you know, they revealed some information 70 episodes ago and then I forgot about it. And that happens a lot. So, but you guys can tell, like, if you think, because you guys are the ones that probably watch other people do One Piece reactions and stuff, you can tell me if you think, oh no, you actually have a better grasp on it than most people, or you can say, yeah, you do have, like you are, you know, you do miss stuff. I'm trying to think of a way that you can word it that won't hurt my feelings. But I think that I'm kind of average at it, like right down the middle at that part of it. But yeah, anyway, point is, that pissed him off. And then at the end, here's the other thing that kind of threw me off. He was shot, and then at the end he said Korra, right? Or Korra-san. And then my first thought was, oh, I've heard that name before. But, like, the reason I had heard that name is I saw a TikTok the other day that someone who made the TikTok, their name was Korra, and it was spelled like this. But it wasn't a One Piece TikTok, it was just a random TikTok. So, like, that doesn't help. So I don't know if we've heard the name Korra at any point, and I can't really go through and, like, read all of my fucking notes to ever see if it's ever appeared. So I'm guessing we haven't, because right now it's not ringing a bell for me. But I wonder, like, because he mentioned the D, and then he said Korra at the end. So, like, my two thoughts are either Korra is a D. I don't know. Is there a better... Because it feels weird to just call them a D. I don't know if there's a better term to refer it. Someone with the will of D or whatever it is. Is that who Korra is, maybe? So it's like Korra D something. Or something D Korra. It could be either one, you know. Or is Korra just someone important to Law? And we're gonna learn Law's backstory. You know, it could be that, like, next episode we actually get Law's backstory. I don't know. I really have no idea. But yeah, anyway, this is the most speculating I think I've done in ages. So you guys who like speculating, I hope you're enjoying it. Was there anything else that I wanted to talk about? I liked... Well, I mean, I fucking love that Doflamingo's here and Bastile's here and that, like, Luffy and stuff, they all get to see it. And then there was a Bellamy thing that Bellamy, like, wanted to kill Luffy, but then also thought about it and went like, oh shit, no, I shouldn't, because he's, you know, I kind of talked to him. I kind of said that I wasn't going to do anything to him, and then I immediately turn around and kill him. Like, I can't bring myself to do that. So that was kind of cool. But then because of that, Dellinger is trying to kill Bellamy. There's some cool shit going on right now. It's really good. So, yeah, let's move on to the next episode. Oh, we're only halfway through this fucking video. I feel like I've talked for ages. This is episode 662 of One Piece. Here we go. Okay, recap Rubik's. I had some hair in my mouth. Recap Rubik's. Here we go.
支配する四皇の一角を崩すためドレスローザに乗り込んだたちと連絡タル
Alright, that's the cube complete. Okay, this episode is gonna be called The Tragic Backstory of Trafalgar Law. Trafalgar Law's past explored. He might be dead, guys. By a man in colorful pants. You are also both of those things. Oh god. Oh god. Oh my god. Now people are relieved. And Luffy's not happy. Yeah, Mingo. And Luffy can't get to him because he's behind bars, like literally. Zoro's there though. First mate, go get him. Oh my god. Oh, there we go. Yes! Come on, Zoro. Oh, Fujitora? I think that was Fujitora's voice. Oh shit! Fujitora! Fuck! Oh fuck! So even if Zoro's a better swordsman than Fujitora, he can push that gravity down on you. Oh. Shit! Just vanished. I mean, people are gonna think back to Archipelago, hearing about Zoro vanishing. Oh, those bars, Sea Prism, right? This is so bad. Whoa! Was that Zoro? Did he just do that from down there? That's so satisfying. That even Fujitora's like, shit, this guy's fucking strong. He seems like a genuinely cool guy. It sucks. Oh my god. What's he saying? What? They're traveling in style. Okay, I think Law's not dead if they're taking him. Oh shit. Shit. No need for the beards anymore. Take it off. Oh my gosh. He made it all the way around. Can he cut Sea Prism Stone? I don't know how strong Sea Prism Stone is. What the fuck? Wait! I was thinking like that seems like... I was thinking it seems like a Big Mom type ship. What the fuck? What? Is Big Mom actually on the ship, or is it just gonna be like some crew? It speaks! That's so straight. I guess Mary spoke technically in a way. Would you call that singing? Oh. There's so much shit going on. Oh, right. Yeah, these two are here. Oh, they see Caesar. Now, what's the Big Mom play in all of this? I doubt Big Mom is working with Kaido, right? I think they're coming to kidnap him. Hmm. So it sounds like that's the worst case scenario for him. Swindled research funds from them. Oh god. That's such a huge fucking ship that they have. Like the 1000 Sunny is massive. So for their ship to be that much bigger. Nice. Oh, I wish he kicked it back at the ship. Well, maybe 10% that you're scared.
3つよ。シーザー、
Yep. The
スマイ
factory.
ル工場、そしてなぜか桃之助。
Ah.
だけど残り2つのカードの2人はここにいる。
True.
あいつ報われないじゃない。
Man, the crew's stepping up and telling Luffy like what they think the plan should be, and I like it.
そうだな。わかった。
He's got some good advisors.
俺たちが。お前ら先にゾウに向かってくれ。
Okay.
一つ許可をくれ。
許可？
For what? To kill the people on Big Mom's ship.
反撃する許可を。
Oh my god. That's brave. Okay. Sanji might be able to do it on his own. Sanji's solo missions kinda work out well.
こっちに任せろ。
レベッカの願いも。
That Rebecca battle is still going on.
全部あいつが握ってる。俺たちは王宮へ行く。
This is pretty fucking intense.
ドフラミンゴをぶっ飛ば。
Huh? Whoa, that was weird. I expected it to come out with to be continued. Is this battle ending? What are we gonna see? Bellamy or what? That look like Sabo? What? Is that Sabo? He's got the blonde hair and the... Okay. Okay, what is going on? Like, okay, they shrouded that character in mystery, so I imagine that's because it's a big reveal, and it looks like Sabo. I think it is. I think we're supposed to, like, be able to, you know, figure that much out. He's got blonde hair, he's got the hat with the... Sabo had the goggles on his hat, right? That's... But, okay. So Sabo is dead, but we didn't... Well, we thought he was dead, but we didn't see a body, I think, right? And I always thought that was strange. Like, I remember seeing Sabo... He got taken down. And, like, it was just sort of like we just saw... What? I can't remember what we saw. I think we just saw the wreckage of a ship or something. But whatever it was like we didn't see his dead body there. It was like, oh, it was taken down. And then it just, like, the show continues as if, well, he's dead. And it's like, well, we hadn't seen him or heard of him up to now. So I was like... I guess I just... In my head, I was like, well, yeah, okay, he's dead and that's it. But... And also, if they're gonna reveal this, what? Why now? There's already shit going on. I guess it makes sense, right? If there was a call out of like, hey, the Ace's fucking Devil's Fruit, Ace's Devil's Fruit is in the Colosseum. Oh my god, what if Sabo gets it? Oh my god, hold on. Okay, because I was thinking like, yeah, Ace's Devil's Fruit is in the Colosseum. So it makes sense that like, he's going to be like, holy shit, that's where Ace's thing is. So I'm going to go and check out and see who gets the Flare Fruit or whatever, I guess. Or maybe he wanted to fight for it. But if he wanted to fight for it, why wouldn't he have enrolled? Like, why wouldn't he have signed up for the tournament? So, but I'm just thinking now, like, I've been saying this whole time, like, I wonder who's going to get the Flare Fruit, because I can't really think of, like, what they would do to make it, like, work with the story. And, like, because it's either, to me, the options were either Rebecca gets it, but I don't know what she does with it. Because if she gets it and then uses it, like, my head says that, like, that kind of, like, frankly, I just can't see that character being, like, a long-term character. And I feel like whoever gets the Flare Fruit is going to be more long-term. But I feel like they've specifically set up, like, written Rebecca's character where it's, like, within the context of Dressrosa, this character makes sense. But afterwards, there's not going to be much more for her to fight for, you know? Like, we take down Doflamingo. I think she's done. Like, I don't see more for that character. And then the other thing is I was like, okay, well then maybe either Burgess, whatever, the Blackbeard guy, that guy gets it. Because to me, that's like, yeah, he's powerful and he's part of like kind of the main villains right now, their group. So it does make sense if it like their group becomes more powerful and he gets it. And the third option that I had was it's just given to like a random villain, like not a random villain, but it's like the Navy get it, and then that's like a tease that we're gonna see it in the future, or like another villain that we don't know much about shows up, or like Big Mom's men take it and then like give it, you know, something like that. Like it's a clear setup for like someone who's really important in the future, you know. But well, Sabo's here, and honestly, if you have the return of Sabo and then he gets the flare fruit, I can see that working for the story. Like, I can see that working really well. Oh man, that could be it, but he's not in the tournament, so I think the only ways I can see that happening is like either someone does win it and he steals it from them, or like, I don't know, Rebecca wins it, but then she finds out Doflamingo's taken down or whatever. So is she even fighting for the flare fruit? I can't remember. I feel like she's just fighting because you need a certain amount of victories to be able to get out of there. But I don't think she'd say no to it because she wants to kill Doflamingo. So I think she would take it. But like maybe she's gonna get it and then find out Doflamingo's already been taken down, and then go, well, I have no use for this anymore. I don't want to say goodbye to my, you know, being able to swim, and like there's no reason for me to have this, and people would just come after me. So Luffy, I want to give this to you for taking down Doflamingo. And then Luffy has it, Sabo shows up, and Luffy goes, well, I don't need this. So Sabo, you know, you were his brother too. Here, you take this. You know, I can see that happening. Oh man, though, it's really interesting. It's really cool. Man, this episode was fucking wild. Like, I loved it. I loved the arc just goes all out, you know. This show could be so much lesser. You know what I mean? Like, it could be a great show that's so much lesser. This arc could have just been about Doflamingo. And you didn't need to add in Fujitora. You didn't need to add in Big Mom's ship coming in, you know? You didn't need to have Sabo. You didn't need to have the Colosseum fights, really. Or Ace's Devil's Fruit. Like, I'm not saying they're out of place. I'm saying they're all really cool elements that, like, I feel like the Doflamingo thing alone could have carried this arc. But Oda, as the show goes on, more and more loves to throw in even more elements, like just dropping in more and more and more. And what I love about that, I mean, I love many things about that. First thing I love about that is it makes the story so much juicier, so much better, and like gives it way more depth. But also, what I love is it is taking advantage of the one major strength that One Piece has, and that's One Piece's length. Not many stories have the luxury of going on this long. And so, like, if they had a lot of stories that go on for a long time, a lot of shows that have a lot of episodes, a lot of them are, we do a certain thing and then we reset to the status quo. That's what they are, you know? Doraemon, like, it's like, you know, I mean, I haven't seen that much Doraemon, to be fair. I've probably only seen a handful of episodes in my life. But from what I have seen of Doraemon, it seems to just be they're resetting to the base level, because the idea is, you know, here's a funky gadget, here's how we use the funky gadget, you know? So they can do billions of episodes of that, you know? You can do so many episodes of The Simpsons because it's a family, and they're always, you know, in the same situation, they're always doing the same stuff. You can jump in any episode and you'll be fine. I haven't seen Detective Conan, right? But I have heard, is that the right show? Or is it, hang on, let me just look it up. Okay, yeah, the reason I hesitated there is I was like, I haven't seen Detective Conan, and then I thought, wait, isn't it called Case Closed? And then I looked it up, and it's called Detective Conan or Case Closed, and it could be either way. But I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any of it. Like, literally, I haven't seen a single episode of it or even a minute of it. But from what I've heard, it's like, you know, they're solving detective stories and it's like mysteries. And I think there's like an overarching mystery, but it's like so, you know, it's basically like finding the One Piece. It's like, we know this isn't going to be solved like anytime soon. So yeah, like a lot of shows tend to do that. They just bring you back to the status quo. But One Piece pushes forward, and it's the perfect thing for me because I love long shows and I love stories that move forward. And I don't like when stories reset the status quo. Not that that can't be good. There are amazing shows out there. I mean, I love The Simpsons. I love sitcoms that do tend to reset the status quo. I'm loving Cowboy Bebop. I'm almost finished watching Cowboy Bebop on my main channel. By the time you watch this on YouTube, I might have finished already. And that show resets the status quo every episode, basically, you know? It pushes forward a tiny bit, but really not much. It always tends to, like, reset itself. So, One Piece really fucking takes advantage of being able to move forward and continues to drop in more and more elements, and it makes it feel like a snowball going down a hill, gathering more and more, and it makes it so that the show, like, whether or not you say it gets better, like, that's, I guess, up for debate. Some people may say it does, some people may say it doesn't. I don't know. I don't even have an opinion of that, but it gets, there's more. Like, it takes advantage of it. Stuff that happens in episode 600 and whatever can't have happened in episode 200. It's impossible because they wouldn't have been able to set it up like that at all. And I think that's so great because it means that the show has substance to it. It has something special about it. And I'm really excited seeing stuff like this because people have said to me, like, oh, I really want you to catch up because it's still getting crazier and crazier. Like, there's just more crazy shit going down. And I'm fucking excited for that. I'm so excited. I know some people have said, like, okay, well, since the anime is taking like that 6-month break or whatever it is, you should catch up in that time. I can't. Like, I'm running myself ragged trying to get the videos out, like, you know, being able to do this many episodes a week. So I sincerely doubt, like, I think by the time the episodes come back, I'd be in the 700 to 800, somewhere around there, you know. But yeah, I can't catch up in that time. But, you know, I'm gonna be pressing forward regardless, and I'm really excited for when I do eventually get up to those really late episodes, because there's so much stuff I'm excited to see, and I would love to be on the same page as everyone as well. But with that being said, and like, this is a serious thing, please continue to support these videos. And I'm not just saying that as like a generic YouTuber thing, but like, I want to keep doing these episodes and I want to catch up on this channel. And the thing is, like, if the channel continues to grow and gets more support and gets more viewers in, then I can do that more comfortably. There's always a chance that if the channel stagnates or goes down in viewership, or, you know, doesn't go very high, then I wouldn't have time in my life to do it anymore. You know, I wouldn't be able to get these out, or I'd have to slow the video release to a crawl, essentially, doing very tiny amounts here and there, and I don't want to do that. So, like, if, you know, this is my true hope for you guys, if you could, you know, support these videos and get the word around however you see fit, you know, and if you're in part of One Piece communities and stuff, maybe recommend me there, and share my videos around if you can, because it's one thing me advertising myself, like me posting, hey, look, I made this video, But it's another thing, someone saying, hey, this guy's videos are really good. You should check him out, you know? And I'm not going to fake it. I'm not going to pretend to be someone else and go, hey, look at this guy's videos, you know? So you guys do it for me. But yeah, anyway. That's a thing, because when I think about catching up to the show, I sometimes think, only if I'm still doing videos will I be able to do that. So keep that support coming, please. Yeah, anyway, Caesar fucked over Big Mama. We had his Fujitora vs Zoro fight. All of that was awesome. Big Mom's ship being there is crazy. They want Momonosuke for some reason. And we have 2 of the 3 things. I was just going through the rest of my notes very, very quickly, because I want to move on to the next and final episode that we're doing in this video. And that is episode 663 of One Piece. Here we go. Oh. Can't look, not very much anyway. I just looked up. I was looking at my phone, to be honest. But they've changed the visuals. They've added stuff, but it looks like they've added stuff probably directly from the arc, so I'm not gonna look. That's what happens when I'm just vibing with the song, instead of actually looking at the visuals. Okay, recap Rubik's. Here we go. Alright, that's a cube complete, just as they're re-showing that. Alright, an unexpected return? Sabo arrives at the Colosseum. Or something. Oh my god, those are short shorts. I kind of love Dellinger from the bit that I've seen of them. Oh! High heel right to the chest. Probably Haki infused high heel, like, if I had to guess. Oh! His words. Okay. So, I know the pronouns used for Dellinger now. Oh! Knowing that Dellinger's a dude, I kind of love that he's rocking the high heels. Oh! Oh, man, the blood-stained... The barrier? But? Yes! Hell yeah! Oh, this is awesome! No one can do it. I mean, someone will be able to at some point, for sure. There's another. Oh, wow. Bart really saved Bellamy's life. That means it really was an order. Yeah. Well, you can't right now. So he has to keep his fingers crossed to have the barrier up, I imagine. Yeah, probably. Well, actually, we saw it, right? We saw him give the order, I think? I can't remember, actually. I think I'm creating a false memory. Oh, Bellamy. Thank you, Bard, for saving him. It's so good. I didn't think Bart would be like a hero, you know? When we first saw him, I thought he was like, they were absolutely setting up a villain. That's awesome. That's so nice. Like, we did a fair fight. Ah, that's great. SOP. Save our palace. I don't know. He won't answer the question.
だとすると作戦名の SOP ってのは意味があるんだろう。
フランキー頑張って。
そして設備を破壊し
I like Robin being like,
ドフラ
stop
ミンゴファミ
it.
リーを打ち倒しドフラミンゴの部下にして我々の姿をおもちゃに変えた
Yep,
張本
the
人
girl.
ホビホビのみの能力者の意識を
Hobby
奪うこと
Hobby?
だ
That's what I heard it is? I thought it would have been the toy
何が起
toy.
きると思う。このドレスローザにいるすべてのおもちゃたちが一斉に人間の姿を取り戻す。
Makes sense.
国中の人々も失ってい
Wait,
た
how do you know all
記憶を
this?
取り戻す。もう我々でさえ何が起きるか予
Isn't
測で
this
き
just
ない。
speculation? Surely she's never been defeated before. Or maybe she has
これ
been
だけの人々
defeated,
が共に
like, but
戦っ
not
てくれる
killed.
のか。現在まさに地下の交易港にいる
Okay.
トレーボル軍特別幹部、シュガー
Sugar.
皆おもちゃに変える少女。見
Okay.
た目は網の能力者は悪魔の実を食べた瞬間から年を取らない
Didn't I have that question?
常に最高幹部トレーボルが彼女を護衛している
Wait, I think I talked about that. Oh my god.
シュガーを死ぬほど驚かせ気絶させる
I'll talk about it in discussion.
シュガー
Sugar. Over surprise panic.
グレートな作戦名だ
No, it isn't, but that's fine.
それについてこ
Usopp, what's that supposed to mean? Oh, I guess you mean just a girl, as in, like, just a child girl. Like, not a woman, a girl. It doesn't seem quite as sexist as I thought it was originally.
の出口を探していた
Poor Luffy, he's never getting out of here.
ここどこだ？
And this means that the tournament's not going to be completed, bro. Like, we're not going to have Luffy fight to the end of the tournament. Which I did kind of say that might what happen, but I'm still sad about it. Good job staying up.
海賊王との会話のチャンスを
He's not passing out because he knows he'd waste his chance.
俺は部下にもなれなかった俺は今から外へ出る
Uh-huh.
ついてくりゃもしかしてお前も
Okay.
お前が勝手につけてくりゃ偶然そうなるって話だ
Oh. You mean down to the toys?
裏切りしかしルフィ先輩メラメラの
Yeah, what about the flare flare
渡した
fruit?
くねえ。仕方ねえ。仲間の命には変えられね
Priorities.
俺に任せてけろ
Oh, I'm gonna win it for you.
俺は様の形見さあんたに取
Wow.
え。くれんのか？
That would be cool.
なんだあんた
I can kind of see that
お
happening.
前どんどんなまってくる。
Is this Sabo? Oh my god, they're making a meal out of this. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god.
メラメラの実はお前には渡さねえぞ
Oh.
麦わらのルフィ
Oh.
何者だルフィ先輩に気安く声かけ
I think he can. He's his fucking brother, basically.
伝説のそんなこと昔から知ってる
Do you recognize him, Luffy? I mean, he wears the same clothes. Isn't it more obvious to you when he's wearing the hat? I mean, the hat to me is the iconic bit.
なんだべあの野郎ルフィ先
He
輩
was
にな
wearing
れ
a
なして
hat like that when he was young,
ほら
right?
先
Oh my god, Sanji, it's you. Doesn't he look like Sanji from the back? Oh my god. Oh, Luffy. Just show his full face, show, please.
ルフィ
He's got a scar.
思ったらお前なんで泣いてんだよ
Wow, we just skipped to him
二人の姿が見当たらないだと
coming out?
ほどこたるなと言ったろ
Did we?
海軍もすっかり拙者たちを町のおもちゃと勘違いしてござる恋など
Aww.
腹を吹く気あんのか
Oh my
俺を
gosh.
助ける。メラメラの実ももう
Oh,
大丈夫
oh, he's gonna dress up as Luffy? Oh, that's great. Huh?
そっちも愛
Koala?
ぶん殴られると思ってた
Oh, look at her!
泣いてる？
I'm gonna cry.
俺が
Koala!
とにかくエ エースのメラメラの実は俺がもらう。
Oh. Oh my god.
俺たちがついていくんだ。
I'm just
いいんだと
oh.
捨てたんだ。
Holy ah! Oh my god. Like a Sabo return, I was like, oh, that's awesome, because Sabo was a great character. That's really cool. I didn't think we'd get KOALA returning. That's way more exciting to me. I gotta see her again. I actually, like, I don't know how many of the lines from those scenes I took in. Look at her! Oh my gosh! Like, that line is so apt. Oh god. And she said Robin's in this place too, because she's part of the Revolutionary Army. An assistant master of fishman karate. That makes so much sense for her. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad, and I love her design. I love it. Okay, and this is the line that this is the lines that I missed, which because I was like so shocked at seeing KOALA. So yeah, if you were there, do you think you could have changed something? That's very sad. And that's what I forgot to talk about this last episode, but that's what I was thinking, was like, Sabo was hunting down the flare fruit, I imagine, but why wasn't he at the Marineford battle? But I mean, like, realistically, it's not something that you can just hear about and then go to right away, you know? Like, if you're on the other side of the world, you're on the other side of the world. Like, traveling in this world isn't going to be a speedy process. So I imagine there was not much he could do about it. Oh. I'm so glad KOALA's in the show. Like, the Fisher Tiger backstory where we meet KOALA, I saw that character. What did I say about it? I swear I was talking about, like, it feels like she could be the kind of character I'd want to see her come back, and I think I can't remember what I said, but I think I said I want to see her come back and be a part of the show, and she's like really awesome and is whatever. And I mean, here she is. She's right here. It's so awesome that Sabo's back, and I'm really happy about that and excited, and it means a lot, you know? And Sabo definitely is more important. Like, that's the more important moment. They built up the Sabo moment for multiple, like, for 2 episodes, you know? And it was great. And they did a great job at that, and I know why they did that. But then, like, but because they also built it up, it was like, when the actual moment comes, it was like, well, I knew this was coming. This is really cool that I'm seeing it. But KOALA came out of nowhere, because it's not like KOALA was, you know, it's not like it was like, oh, KOALA was also part of their group or whatever. KOALA's from an entirely different backstory, you know? Like, she was from something that's not related to Luffy at all. And so, like, I wasn't thinking anything like that, you know? It was just like, it was just a situation where they cut to somewhere in the city and there was a girl's voice, and I was like, oh, a girl's voice, who could it be? And then someone said, like, oh, Robin's in this place too. And I was like, Robin? Who knows Robin? Like, which girl could this possibly be or whatever? And then it's fucking, oh boy. That's the most exciting thing ever. Oh. It's hard to discuss parts of this show now because I can't stop thinking about how excited I am for that character because I love that character. I love her. By the way, something else I'm excited about, or just like super in like, I think it's really interesting comparing it to previous discussions, is I think when we were talking about like the girl who can turn, what's her name actually? We have her name now, Sugar, right? Yeah. So like the Sugar who can turn people into toys. I think I remember saying in my discussion that, okay, this girl can turn people into toys, but she's also like a kid, and it makes sense that like, oh, it's a kid that can turn people into toys. And I think I was saying like, is it, you know, like only a kid can get this power, or is it that we, you know, this kid has been, like has had, what did I say? Or like, I think I said like, or is it just like we happen to come across this character when they're like, when their body matches their power the most, you know, like when they're a kid and they have a kid-based power. But if we came back in 20 years, it would be, you know, an adult, a 30-year-old woman or whatever, with still with a kid's power. I think I discussed that whole thing, and I was discussing that as just like a fun little meta question, because I was like, well, there's no way they, you know, talk about that part of things in the show. But they did. They said when you get the hobby fruit, you stop aging, so you're just a kid forever. It answered my question. It's just, that was so satisfying. I think this arc has done that quite a bit, actually. I've had like a question that I'm like, okay, this is something that they're probably not going to go over, but wow, like here's this weird thing or whatever. And then they go over it. And it's really great. It's so satisfying. It makes these discussions so much more fun. And for you guys, you're missing out if you're not watching these full discussions each time, you know, because I'm making some wild predictions. I mean, not predictions, but I'm doing discussions that will come back in wild ways. So yeah, that's really cool. That's really cool. I also, they also changed the OP, they changed the visuals of the OP, because the visuals beforehand were based around the earlier parts of the Dressrosa arc, and now, does that mean we've entered like the second half of the arc, kind of? What episode are we on? We're on 663. When did Dressrosa start? Dressrosa started at around... Okay, that was Smoker vs. Joe Flamingo. So, Dressrosa probably started 629-ish, right? So 629 to 663. We're already like 30-something episodes into it. Maybe not the halfway point. Or maybe half-ish. Maybe it's just like a longer second half, you know? Like, I feel like maybe we're like a third into it. I don't know how many episodes there are in this arc. I think I saw at some point how many episodes there were, but I can't remember. But I do think it's like not a longer arc necessarily, but I think it's longer than some of the most recent arcs that we've had. So, oh man. I need to get KOALA off my screen. I keep having it on the KOALA screenshot, and I gotta keep getting distracted by being excited about that character. I just feel like she looks like, going back to KOALA now, because she looks like my sort of character. I mean, I'm already emotionally attached to her because that amazing Fisher Tiger backstory. She's got the classic, like, you know, like the oh look, this is a woman with an ideal body type. Like, that's just the classic One Piece, you know, Nami, Robin, all of those characters have the exact same body type. But like, look at her design, look at her face, look at her little hat. She's got the Sabo hat, but it's like a red one. And she's like super, like, I mean, not super, just in this conversation, she was like quite upbeat and positive, and I love that. Anyway, I clicked off of it now. I've clicked off of that screenshot, so I won't get distracted again. Not that I have that much more to discuss, I don't think. But anyway, point is, they changed the OP visuals. I'm going to once again do kind of what I did for the first part, where it's like I did watch the OP when, like, the Dressrosa OP, the first one. I did watch it while we, like, throughout these episodes, but I kind of like watched it for a bit. In the bits that were like definitely generic, whatever was going on, I was just watching it, and then if it looked like there was stuff that might be part of episodes or whatever, I would just kind of like blur my eyes or look away a little bit, or just like get the vibes kind of, but I wouldn't look at them, I wouldn't analyze them, I wouldn't think about them at all, because I know there's stuff in there, and there's like, you know, stuff that are probably spoilers. Like, for example, I now know, because I have, like, as the arc went on, I sort of watched it more and more, because I was like, okay, I recognize most of the stuff that's happening here, so I can kind of watch it now. And then a few episodes ago, I think I looked at it and I went, oh, I know everything that happens in this OP. Like, there's no spoilers in here, nothing for the future. I understand everything. And so I guess that's why they've changed it now, because it's like, now there's no new visuals, so they're changing it up. But point is, now that I've seen the entire thing, I do see this stuff like Fujitora is there among the admirals, you know? So if I had watched it in detail back before Fujitora's identity was revealed, I would have gone, oh, he's an admiral, you know? So yeah, that is a spoiler. And I can get, like, that's probably one of the bigger ones of the show. Like, that's up there, I think, with the Robin being in the crew spoiler. The other stuff I think that was in the older OP, I don't think is too bad. Like, I don't think it's bad at all. It's like clips from the show, and it's like stuff that, you know, you may go like, oh, well, you shouldn't see that because you want to see it when it's in the show and stuff. And yeah, that's true. I prefer when OPs like do their own, like, they don't just show clips from the show, they animate their own new stuff. I way prefer that, but it didn't seem egregious. Like, it didn't seem like it was. There's a lot of crazy shit happening in this arc. You can barely tell what's going on. Same with I remember the Water 7 OP that I really love. It's one of my favorite OPs, and it has a bunch of clips from the show, and some of them maybe you could say they're spoilers, but I just, like, when you're not analyzing it heavily, you don't think about it. You know, it doesn't really spoil you, because you're just seeing, oh, these are random things that are happening or whatever. So yeah, I mean, One Piece openings are spoilers. They do have spoilers in them, but for me, I'm not one to skip openings. I don't like doing it. For me, openings are as much a part of the anime experience as, you know, as a lot of this other stuff. Like, I don't skip openings. I also don't skip when a character I don't like is on screen, you know? Like, should I have also skipped all of the bits with Sanji, like, on the island back, right pre-time skip or whatever? Like, should I have skipped all of those scenes with Sanji? I enjoyed them less than I enjoyed getting spoiled by OPs, you know? Like, but for me, like, it's a part of the experience. I'm watching the show as the show gives it to me, you know? And for me, OPs get me into the mood. I love seeing the visuals and hearing the music and getting the vibe of, like, I'm getting into a One Piece episode, and then I watch the One Piece episode. It feels good. If I skip them, I don't know. It just feels like I'm missing out a big part of, like, what I like about anime. Openings and endings for me are so important in anime. But yeah, anyway, I've done so much discussing in this video. My throat is starting to go. I'm gonna have to end this video. So thank you for joining me for quite a banger set of episodes. Really, really great set of episodes from Dressrosa. Episodes 660 to 663. Thank you for joining me. Go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos. And you can go down to the membership down below. Join the YouTube membership if you want to get 1 week early on edited videos. So on my Patreon account, we're about 20 episodes ahead. On my YouTube channel, we're about 7 episodes ahead on this if you join the membership. But thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.